Your cat just finished eating. The bowl is empty, dinner is officially over, and 5 minutes later, your cat is staring at you as if they haven't been fed in weeks. Then comes the meowing, the dramatic pacing, maybe even a tiny paw reaching toward you as if to say, "Please, I'm fading away." But is your cat genuinely hungry? Have they simply learned how to get an extra snack? Or could that constant appetite be trying to tell you something important? Because while some cats are simply enthusiastic about food, a noticeable increase in appetite, especially when accompanied by weight loss, increased thirst, or other changes, can sometimes be an early warning sign, and one particular clue can help you tell the difference. We'll get to that shortly. Here are 7 possible reasons your cat always seems hungry, and what you can do to help. Reason number 1. Your cat may have trained you. Yes, we usually think we're the ones training our cats, but cats are excellent students of human behavior. If your cat meows near the kitchen and you immediately offer food, they learn that meowing works. If they wake you at 5 in the morning and breakfast appears, they learn that waking you works too. Soon, the behavior becomes part of a routine, even when your cat isn't physically hungry. And food may not be the only thing your cat wants. Sometimes the request is actually for attention, playtime, company, or simply something interesting to do. Before filling the bowl again, try offering a short play session, some affection, or another form of enrichment. If your cat happily chases a wand toy and forgets about the kitchen, food may not have been the real goal after all. That doesn't mean you should ignore your cat. It means learning to recognize what they are truly asking for. Reason number 2. Age and activity level can change your cat's needs. A growing kitten needs more calories per pound of body weight than an adult cat. Young kittens also need to eat more frequently because they are growing quickly and have smaller stomachs. Very active cats may also burn more energy than quiet indoor cats. A young cat racing through the house, climbing furniture, and launching surprise attacks on invisible enemies may need more fuel than an older cat whose favorite exercise is relocating from one side of the sofa to the other. However, a cat asking for food more often doesn't always mean their body needs additional calories. Age and activity matter, but sudden or excessive hunger may have another cause. Senior cats generally don't need endless extra portions just because they're older. In fact, a sudden increase in appetite in an older cat deserves attention, especially when that cat is losing weight. The right amount of food depends on age, body condition, health, activity level, and the number of calories in the particular food, not just the size of the scoop. Reason number 3. Your cat may be receiving the wrong portion. Cat food packages provide feeding guidelines, but those numbers are only a starting point. They're based on an average cat, and your cat may require more or less. Calories can also vary significantly between foods. 2 bowls that look almost identical may contain very different numbers of calories. Treats matter too. A few treats here, a bite from someone else there, and an extra scoop from a family member can add up quickly. This is especially common in homes where several people feed the cat and everyone believes they are the only one doing it. On the other hand, a cat may be receiving lots of little treats, but not enough complete and balanced food. Treats are not a substitute for proper nutrition. Measure your cat's entire daily portion instead of guessing. Make sure everyone in the household knows when the cat has been fed. A simple feeding chart can prevent both accidental underfeeding and the classic double dinner scam. And remember, never reduce an overweight cat's food dramatically without veterinary guidance. Cats need to lose weight gradually. A sudden, extreme diet can be dangerous. Reason number 4. Your cat may be bored or eating too quickly. Indoor cats can have safe, comfortable lives, but they still have natural instincts to hunt, search, chase, and work for food. When every meal appears instantly in a bowl, some cats finish eating in less than a minute. Their stomach may have received enough calories, but their brain barely had time to register the experience. Then they look around and think, well, what happens now? Try dividing the daily portion into several smaller meals. A puzzle feeder can also slow eating and give your cat an appropriate challenge. You can even hide small portions of measured food in safe locations around the home, allowing your cat to search for them. just remember that everything placed in a puzzle or food hunt must come from the daily allowance. It shouldn't be extra food added on top. Interactive play can help too. A short hunt-style play session before a meal allows your cat to stalk, chase, catch, and then eat. This makes mealtime more satisfying physically and mentally. Sometimes the solution to a cat who constantly asks for food isn't a larger meal, it's a more interesting day. Reason number 5, another cat may be changing the situation. In a multi-cat household, it can be difficult to know exactly who is eating what. One cat may quietly steal food from the others. A nervous cat may walk away whenever the more confident cat approaches. Another may eat quickly because they feel they have to compete. As a result, one cat gains weight while another remains genuinely hungry, and from a distance, it may look as though everyone received the correct portion. Watch your cats through an entire meal instead of putting the bowls down and leaving. Feed them in separate areas if necessary, and make sure each cat has enough space to eat without feeling watched or threatened. In some households, microchip feeders can help protect individual diets, especially when cats require different foods or medications. Peaceful mealtimes are not only about nutrition, they can also reduce tension and improve your cat's overall quality of life. Reason number 6, an overactive thyroid can create intense hunger. Hyperthyroidism is especially common in older cats. It occurs when the thyroid gland produces too much thyroid hormone, speeding up the body's metabolism. A cat with hyperthyroidism may eat eagerly or even seem ravenous, but continue losing weight. Other possible signs include drinking and urinating more, increased vocalization, restlessness, hyperactivity, vomiting, diarrhea, or a coat that begins looking greasy, messy, or unkempt. These changes can initially be mistaken for normal aging. Someone may think, "My older cat is just getting thinner," or even feel relieved that the cat still has a strong appetite. But eating more while losing weight is not something to dismiss. Hyperthyroidism can only be diagnosed properly by a veterinarian, usually through an examination and blood testing. The encouraging news is that treatment options are available, and many cats respond very well once the condition is identified. Reason number 7, your cat's body may not be using nutrients properly. Several medical conditions can make a cat feel hungry, even when they are eating. Diabetes is one important example. When a diabetic cat cannot use glucose properly for energy, the body begins breaking down fat and protein instead. The cat may eat well or eat more than usual, but still lose weight. Increased thirst and urination are two major warning signs. Some cats may also become weak, and in more advanced cases, they may begin walking lower on their back legs with their ankles closer to the floor. Intestinal parasites may also contribute to increased hunger, particularly in kittens or cats with outdoor exposure. Digestive conditions that interfere with the absorption of nutrients can cause weight loss too, sometimes accompanied by vomiting, diarrhea, changes in the stool, or a poor-looking coat. This doesn't mean that every food-loving cat has a disease. Most enthusiastic eaters will not have a serious medical condition, but it does mean that appetite should always be considered alongside the rest of the cat. And that brings us to the most useful clue mentioned earlier. What is happening to your cat's weight? If your cat constantly begs for food and is gaining weight, review portions, treats, activity, routine, and feeding behavior. If your cat is eating more but losing weight, schedule a veterinary appointment. If increased hunger appears alongside excessive thirst, frequent urination, vomiting, diarrhea, weakness, major behavioral changes, or an unkempt coat, contact your veterinarian. And if the change in appetite appeared suddenly, don't simply assume your cat has become greedy. To understand what is happening, start by measuring every meal and treat. Keep a simple record for 1 week. Note any changes in thirst, urination, vomiting, stool, energy, and behavior. If possible, weigh your cat regularly. You can use a pet or baby scale, or weigh yourself while holding your cat and subtract your own weight. The method doesn't have to be perfect. You're looking for a pattern. You can also take monthly photos from above and from the side. Gradual physical changes can be difficult to notice when you see your cat every day. Most importantly, don't punish your cat for begging, and don't make major dietary changes without understanding the cause. Your cat isn't trying to frustrate you. Whether the reason is habit, boredom, competition, genuine hunger, or a health problem, their behavior is giving you information. When we pay attention to those small changes, we can respond earlier, make meal times more satisfying, and help our cats live healthier, happier lives. Now, I'd love to hear about your cat. Does your cat act starving 5 minutes after eating? And what is the funniest or most dramatic thing they've ever done to convince you to provide a second dinner? Share your story in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and share it with another cat parent. And subscribe to Meow Living for more friendly, practical videos that help you understand your cat and improve their quality of life. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.